In the height of Infantry Week, the 198th Infantry Brigade comes out with its inaugural Best Mortar Competition at Fort Benning to recognize all the 11 Charlies across the United States. 9 teams were evaluated through a series of basic infantry and mortar-specific tasks wrapped up in a 3-day competition.
To be a Best Mortar Competition winner, to be the best mortar in the United States Army, you have to be able to combine everything that you've been trained from the time that you went through the mortar square out here as private in basic training to the time as you're a platoon sergeant at Sergeant First Class, to compose all those together or compel all those together and use your physical and mental strength and be able to lead your team and push them through the struggling times, as they're going to see in day 2 and day 3 after working on lack of sleep, and still be able to push through and complete the mission. That's going to make you the best mortar.
The competition placed physical and mental demands on the team since day 1. At the mortar training area, the teams were tested on their ability to score expert in the mortar gunner's exam, hold weight, and declinate an aiming circle to prepare for a firing mission. From there, they carried out a search and rescue exercise where their ability to do medicine on the ground was tested.
Well, I've been in the Army for 11 years, and this is pretty taxing as far as physical events, but I just really wanted my guys to be able to do it one more time. I volunteered to do it, and it's very taxing, but it's a lot of fun as well.
The competition then moved to sand hill obstacle courses, where competitors had to move through 19 obstacles as a team. They were tested on their physical fitness and endurance after several hours of completing previous assignments.
They've been hitting it pretty hard all day since 5:30 this morning. We're sitting here right now pushing 1,700, and they're still going hard, so it's not going to get easier.
Day 2 called for live fire events on every mortar system and conduct more than 15 miles on foot with equipment. Each team fired 8 60mm rounds at Malone 24 just before marching to Eagle Tower Confidence Course. Squads had to act out a scenario where they received a call for fire and were tasked to hit their targets within firing 8 rounds of 81mm and 5 120mm rounds. The competition concluded with an award ceremony at Freedom Hall. Each individual on the remaining teams received a Cohen by the Infantry School Commandant, Brigadier General Christopher Donahue. Sergeant First Class Yslandi Figueredo scored the highest as an individual competitor, making him the 2018 Best Mortarman. He, along with all other teams, were offered to be given a recommendation if ever they decided to enroll in Ranger School, but there was one team who had reserved for them a guaranteed position in the next Ranger School start.
It's Team Echo, representing the 82nd Airborne Division from Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
It's really nice to come back to Benning and come home with another win. 2 years in a row. We'd like to keep this as a strong tradition, but it's pretty exciting knowing that this is our job. And this is a test of our job, and we came here and we did great. We won first. It's nice to go back and know that we're doing things right. We can coach our guys and continue this path.
James Pennington, Ryan Mosser, Alec Norton, and Jacob Nolan placed first in the 2018 Best Mortar Competition. They also placed first last year in the Best Mortar Competition pilot. They will return to Fort Benning to attend Ranger School in the near future. Shan Ogletree, Fort Benning, Georgia.